Looks like we are live. I hope sales are up and all is well. It's really great to be back here live on Facebook. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds, maybe 20, 30 seconds, let maybe some time for some people to jump on, and then I'll just jump right into it. So I've been on about a 2-3 month hiatus from doing my Facebook lives. And so anybody that's been consistently following me, I really apologize, but I've just been so weighted down with client work. Last year was really, it slowed down. Everybody slowed down, I think, last year to a certain extent. But the beginning of this year has really taken off really great. And so, it's really great, but it's left me less time to do content, which is, not good. I'm always talking about, doing as much content as possible. And so here I am once again. Okay, so great. If you can't catch it on this live stream, we'll go ahead and check it on the replays. No problem. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into what I wanted to talk about today. There's been a lot on my mind lately regarding LinkedIn. It's a tremendous opportunity right now because the engagement on LinkedIn is really it's just not restricted like Facebook is. So you'll notice if you're pretty active on Facebook or if you're an admin on any Facebook page, you'll notice that a lot of times your content, your organic content, your daily stuff that you're doing, really just doesn't reach a lot of people. And it can be really frustrating, if you spend a lot of time developing that content only for it to be, the reins to be pulled in and Facebook doesn't allow it to go out and see who it should be seen by. It can be really frustrating. So LinkedIn is not really doing that yet. So your organic posts can really, organic reach is still a thing on LinkedIn. So I really encourage anybody that's in business to business services or whatever to really jump on there and explore it. So having said that, there is one thing that I've noticed that so many people are just getting wrong. And I really want people to think about this and take this to heart. This is not a personal attack on you. This is not a personal attack on the way that you do your marketing. And if it works for you, God bless you. And, good for you. But for me, I see this all the time. And to be honest, it's kind of a turnoff. So what I'm talking about is when you're on LinkedIn and you reach out to connect with somebody and they connect with you, or vice versa, they reach out to connect with you and you think, oh, okay, who's this person? Maybe they can provide me some value. Maybe we can establish some type of a connection, some type of a real relationship, only to be bombarded with their sales pitch right away. They don't even take the time to, establish any kind of rapport, or they don't want to have any kind of a conversation like, this is what I do. I can do it for you. Are you interested? Let's jump on a call immediately. And you're like, wait a minute, dude, slow down. Take it easy. Okay. Because in the real world, that's just not how building relationships and establishing long-term partnerships with people is done. You don't just walk up to somebody and just say, hey, I'm Jeff. I do digital marketing. I can help you. Let's jump on a call right now. Even though it says that on the bottom right there, if you're watching this, it's because we've already established some kind of a relationship. So, I can put that there and it's okay. Whether or not that happens, it's fine. I'm just here to provide value. And I've made that clear, ever since the beginning. Is just that, you can't just go into a relationship expecting somebody to just, it's not one-sided. Relationships work two ways. You don't just walk up to somebody you meet at the bar and just say, hey, I'm Jeff, you want to go home? It doesn't work that way. So when you're marketing your business on LinkedIn, maybe you're just playing the numbers, okay? And maybe, you send 1,000 of those messages out and maybe 1 or 2 people respond, and then that's good enough. And if that's the case, fine. But I am there, and I think most people should be there to establish goodwill with people and to establish relationships, and then business partnerships and clientele and things like that. The best long-term relationships I've had in my business have come from taking that approach. And I think that most businesses can probably say the same thing. So that was kind of long. I didn't really expect to go that long with that particular point, but that is just something that's just really been irking me lately. And I really wanted to, oh, it looks like I have some glare there. Sorry. I just really wanted to get out there and really say that because it's so important. Okay. So I have a few stats that I'm going to run down really quickly, 7 or 8 of them. And if you can't remember them, it's okay, because I'm going to drop them in the comment section below after this video is over. So if you can't remember it, it's okay. I'm just going to go through it. And if you want to download it, feel free to jump in the comments, save that picture, use it for your own reference, print it, put it on the wall, whatever you want to do. Okay. So the first one is that LinkedIn is now approaching 1 billion users. And that's really really, I mean, if you think about being able to get organic reach and there being over 1 billion users on the platform, it really shows that it's going to be, just a place that you really want to start exploring now, and start building your audience there now, and start establishing those relationships now, before we get into a situation like Facebook or Instagram where your reach is just, restricted. So, oh, hey, thank you for being on. Appreciate it. Anyways, okay. So having said that, we're going to step in, and before I get there, so whenever Instagram first reached 1 billion users, that's when I really started pushing it to all my clients. I started saying, listen, Instagram obviously is here to stay. It's a force to be reckoned with. So since there's so many people on it, it's a good idea to start getting on there now and thinking about how we can develop a strategy for your business there. So that's LinkedIn now. The organic reach is there. Go ahead and jump in with both feet and get your feet wet. So a second L is the third quarter of last year. The LinkedIn content that was shared has increased by over 50%. So that just means that many more people are on LinkedIn sharing content, trying to establish relationships. So if you, as a business to business marketer or whatever you're selling, you should be there too as well, because now more than ever, more people are there. Okay. So this is a big one. Last year, LinkedIn was actually recognized as the most trusted social network that is out there. So if you're out there providing value, if you're out there trying to establish relationships in a credible way, if that's how you want to be positioning your brand, then LinkedIn is going to be the place where you want to be. So listen, just get on there now. Don't worry about being perfect. Imperfect action trumps perfect action, inaction all the time. So go ahead and do that. LinkedIn live streams are exploding by hundreds of percentage points. So LinkedIn live streaming is actually kind of interesting because you have to go through an approval process. Not just anybody can get on there and start streaming live. So if you actually get to the point where you can stream live, that in itself is going to garner a little bit more respect from your peers. Okay. So another thing, 49% of internet users who make over $75,000 or more are on LinkedIn. So that's a really important thing to think about if you're thinking about reaching a more affluent crowd, business owners, decision makers, stuff like that. People like that are going to probably fall within that range. So if those are the people you're trying to reach, LinkedIn is going to be a place where you can do that. Now this is interesting. Lead conversions are 3 times as high on LinkedIn as they are on any other social network, including Google. So that's really, really interesting to me, because if you understand the intent, so as a marketer, if you're marketing your business, what's important for you to understand is, why are people on which platform, right? So why do people go to Google? The intention people have when they go to Google is to make a purchase, and they're looking for something. So they're looking for something that they can buy. That's why they're on Google. People go to social networks like Facebook and Instagram to be social. They're not necessarily going there to be sold or look for something to buy, but there's a lot of people there. So it's a good place to reach people. But if the conversion rates are 3 times as high on LinkedIn as they are on Google, if you're selling business to business services and trying to generate leads, LinkedIn is going to be the superior platform for doing so. Okay. Employees are 14 times more likely to share company content on LinkedIn. That is amazing, because it's so hard to get employees to share company content. They just, for some reason, it's just not something people want to do. But when the people that are on LinkedIn are 14 times more likely to do so. So if that's something that you, like a policy you've implemented in your business where you're trying to encourage employees, or maybe you have things going on to reward employees to be sharing your content on social media, LinkedIn is the place to do that. And last but not least, 4 out of 5 LinkedIn users are decision makers in their respective organizations. So again, business to business services or products, so when you're selling those products and services, the decision makers is who you're trying to reach. You don't want to be, dilly-dallying with gatekeepers. I hate to say that, but I can't think of anything else to say, any other word. You want to be reaching the decision makers, and those people are on LinkedIn above all else. So that's it. I hope you guys got some value from that today. Again, I'm going to drop that little list in the comments below, so feel free to jump in there and grab that. And then also, if you want to book a strategy call with me, you could just go over to my website, jjmobilemedia.com, and you could do it right there. It just says book now, and just jump in there and book now. So I hope you guys have a great day, great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys all on the next video.